big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Keep playing hard. Down. Ready. Ready. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Wait. Wait. 44.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run, Devontae Freeman. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
20. Hey, Delta.
On second down, Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 21-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons leading tackler in 2018.
Brings up 2nd and 7. at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Keeper.
Now Foles. He finds an opening past the 40. Completes it to Lee. And all the way up to the 46. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready? Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Get out.
To throw is Ryan. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
All day, every day, any day. Tiger. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On first down, Green. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Marcus Green. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Lions pass intended for Julio Jones.
4th down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. There'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno. Let him go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 36, Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
You must be dreaming.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marcus Green, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Fournette. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Foles. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Adrian Claiborne able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Foles. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And this is going to be incomplete. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ready, get ready, get ready. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
They'll run on 1st down. Green. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Green. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he lost the football, and the Jags grab it. It's a foot race. The 30, the 20. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 27, Foles. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. The open man is Westbrook. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Foles now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 2nd and 10, Foles, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Going for it all. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And now it's 2nd down.
One.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit. Maybe
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for 2. Foles will look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. On 1st down, Green. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Telvin Smith on the tackle.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that's complete. It's Green here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up the third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check me one.
On 2nd and 2, Ryan. Jones has it. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Adrian Claiborne, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's a first down run with Collins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And again, it's Collins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Alex Collins, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tavecchio good on the extra point. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on second down. Foles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead will swell by one more.
Jaguars 6.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold. And now here is another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll get this up to about the 40. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on first down. It's Green, and he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. On third down, it's Green. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Collins on the handoff. There goes Alex Collins. Touchdown, Falcons. Alex Collins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. To Vecchio to add the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now, after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2nd and 14. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Adrian Claiborne make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Foles. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt it out near midfield, now they've left their defense with no margin for error.
No, 0. And I don't care how much confidence you have in your defense. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive because those guys can pick me up. You really put them in an impossible situation because at the least you're giving up 3 in that situation, right? So I would have punted the ball out of there and given them a little bit of a cushion.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike. 5.
And they take a knee. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. The kick by Tavecchio is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by K'Von Webster. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jaguars' 46-yard line.
Ready, ready. 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. What we got, what we got, what we got?
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me.